You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win every way. You showed me how to spread my wings.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Plan to Prosper show. I am Sharon Campbell, your host for today, and I invite you in to a wonderful afternoon, evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time as we talk to you about building your nonprofit. Yes, today's series is about nonprofits. It's so very important that they are in our community, but it's also very important that our businesses and our corporations support them. If you are in a company and you really want to make an impact, join a nonprofit. So all of our faith-based, all of our 9 to 5 entrepreneurs, business owners, harvests, hustlers, anyone out there, I would say that today, be part of a nonprofit. The reward is so rewarding to be able to help other people make a difference. And too often we don't talk about nonprofits. We don't because they are a business and they're in the business of helping people, bridging that gap when needs are so very important. Nonprofit provide food to the community, shelter to the community, clothing, after school programs, senior program, veterans program, animals and dogs, cats programs. They have so much input in how this ecosystem works that our show is dedicated, not just this time, but we want to bring on more and more nonprofits because they are in the business of making money. Because if they do not make money, how do they keep their doors open? But most important, they won't be able to service the people that needs the help. And so today we're going to have Jasmine Harris from Kingdom Connect Community Development Corporation that have joined the show today to share what their organization is doing in Virginia and how it's impacting the community. And most important, you can also become a part of that by reaching out to them and become a part of giving, part of words of encouragement, a part of how can we help you help the people in Virginia. So, Mark, will you please bring Jasmine up? Hey, Jasmine, how you doing?
Hi, Miss Sharon. I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. We are in 200 countries today on 5 different platforms, and we are eager to hear how we can help Kingdom Connection Community Development Center thrive in Virginia and grow. So if you can introduce yourself, tell us where you're located at, and tell us a little bit about the mission, about your nonprofit, and the importance of nonprofits in the community.
Well, thank you, Miss Sharon, for having me today. My name is Jasmine Harris. I am here on behalf of Kingdom Connections Community Development Center. It's located at 5017 George Washington Highway, Portsmouth, Virginia 23702. If you're ever in the area, please stop by. We're here serving the community or the underserved in financial services, food, offering programs for children needing clothing, um, assisting them with educational um, and also providing programs for the seniors in the area.
So tell me, Jasmine, when y'all thought about creating this nonprofit, let's speak from your heart. What did you see whenever your board decided, hey, look, we need to make a difference?
So we saw the people in the community that didn't have access to things that they need, like hygiene, food, clothes, financial literacy, and we decided to make a difference and try to provide those different opportunities for them.
And so there is a gap in the community. And your
Absolutely.
organization came in and said, you know what? Everybody should have the opportunity to be what? Lifted up, right?
I agree. Yes.
Uh-huh. And when you lift people up, you can think about financial literacy. So let's
Mhm.
talk about financial literacy. A
Okay.
lot of people, one, don't have a budget. Two, probably don't know how to create a budget. Three, probably thinking, I don't have enough money to create a budget.
Hmm.
And so when you think about budget as relates to people in the community, what are some of the things you would tell someone about that when they come to you and say, Miss Jasmine, I don't have enough money for no budget now.
Hmm.
And here you is talking about saving some money. What would you tell somebody like that?
So first, I would want to discuss what are your goals? What are you trying to save money for? It could be a home, it could be a vehicle, it could be a program for children, like a summer camp, or what exactly are you saving towards? And then we will work there. And then the next step would be, well, how are you working towards that goal? Are you currently employed? Are you seeking employment? And then we would assist them in that area. And then there's also, you know, the understanding of money, or the concept of money, and how to not try to overspend, and only get those things that you need if you do have a goal and what you're trying to, obtain.
I'm glad you said that because sometimes, we think that we need things because they may be on sale,
Hmm.
or like myself, we're like, oh, I want to go to the thrift store. I want to go to a thrift store. But do I really need anything out of the thrift store? No. But
Exactly.
what you're helping us do is to talk about how to change our mindset.
Yes.
Okay. So working with clients in the community, what are some of the things they say feedback after they leave you? You say, okay, what are we going to do different?
So we've received great positive feedback, because a lot of people don't really understand the concept of money, credit scores, and how to even go out and get a bank account. So in an area that's more poverty stricken, those things are not widely discussed. So
Hmm.
we're offering that knowledge that we have and assisting them essentially in opening those bank accounts, or understanding your credit score for that matter and what's there, and how to obtain certain knowledge about your financial status.
Okay, great. Okay, I noticed that y'all do a lot of work also with feeding people in the community.
Yes.
Sometimes we just don't have enough stuff to make it through the week. We
Hmm.
or we have a limited amount of money. You don't make enough money to get any type of extra services because you make too much. If it's nothing but $2 or $3, but you still don't have enough money to make that. What about your feed program?
So the feeding program we offer for those in need. It's not just one specific type of people, or a group of children. It can be anyone. If you're in need, you can always come, and we'll be more than happy to serve you and assist you in different resources going forward.
I'm glad you said that because during the summertime, kids are out of school,
Hmm.
and during school, that's about two good hot meals statistics say kids receive. And without your organization, you think about, are they going to still be able to get these meals? Or I just realized this is spring break, right?
Yes.
Kids not able to eat, but you could go to your center and say, you know what, I need to pick up some extra food for that. And
Yes.
so having them come through, you provide an opportunity for them to still eat, an opportunity for them to steal. So if I am a volunteer in Puntsville and I want to get in touch with you to volunteer to help with some of your programs, how would I get in touch with you?
Well, first, you would just give us a call. The phone number is 757-514-9967. And you'll more than likely get me. And I'll be more than happy to discuss with you and how you can come out and help us and just give back to the community.
What is your website? We want everyone know about your website.
Yes, so it's actually
Mm-hmm.
kingdomccdc.org.
Mm-hmm.
So it's www.kingdomccdc.org.
Okay, great, fantastic. You know, whenever your board thought about creating a nonprofit,
Mhm.
what did y'all vision it to become as it relate to the community?
So the vision was to see our people do a little bit better in our community, for them to grow, be more knowledgeable, and be more successful. So that's the ultimate goal here, is because if we can all be successful, life would be much better.
That is such a great mission and goal to have happen, and
Mhm.
to create that, because so many community do not have all the services they need, and we see these gaps, and without nonprofits, they could not, you know, more people will have to go without. When we think about after school program
Mhm.
and your organization filling that gap, the children, what do you think about when you think about the children and what y'all have in place?
So the goal is to help them, and by any means necessary. Some children only get a meal when they're at school, so
Mhm.
we're here to support in any way possible. Some children only get the different help or assistance with schoolwork or so forth only when they're at school,
Okay.
and that's what we're offering as well. Just time for the children and trying to give back to them, because of course, without them, where would the future be?
Also, tell us a little bit about the parents. Just the how parents um, find your program so rewarding.
So we're a safe place. And ultimately, that's the goal for any parent, is to know that their children are safe. And, we just have great feedback that, they have fun. They come out, we do arts and crafts, we play games, they're eating. And again, they're learning.
Oh my goodness!
Hmm.
You think about during COVID. Oh my goodness! All of the learning and interaction students miss. Describe some to me what you saw happen during COVID, because I know you have children. What did you experience, and what are some of the experiences that other parents talk to you about?
The learning portion was very difficult for some people, having their children virtual. As you stated, I do have children, and my children were virtual, they were home,
Mhm.
and it could be challenging. Um, but then again, I think about those that didn't have internet or they didn't have access to a computer. So majority of those children that did not have that access, they struggled during those times. And you know, if COVID hadn't happened, we would have been there and they could have come on to the center and had access to a computer or internet, to do their homework. But we've seen great progress after that. So now
That's
we're
it.
just moving forward.
Uh, Now, something that's close to my heart is
Mhm.
senior programs.
Yes.
Now, all of us have seniors in our life, grandmama, mama, sister, aunties, and everybody. Tell me about that senior program, because I've heard that's a great senior program. I
Yes.
would
So,
like to know more about that.
okay. Yes, of course. So our senior program, So it's actually Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So basically, the program consists of like socialization skills, reading, arts and crafts, games, just entertainment, getting them back into their own community that they're so used to. And, just kind of being around other people or like-minded people and just having a good time.
You know, when I think about seniors, is being at home by themselves, how much TV they watch.
Yes.
We are a creature of habit. We need to talk to one another. We need to see one another. We need to touch one. We need to be more personal. So so if you walk into your space now, and I'm a senior, tell me my experience that you can walk me through.
So first, when you first enter the building, there's a lot of artwork. There's a lot of artwork from the children that have come over and in our programs. Yes, it's all over the
Yes,
wall.
yes. Oh,
Um,
wow.
we have a station for eatery. We have a station for, of course, television, and we have an arts and crafts station. We have a computer station. So it's a lot that you can be involved with when you first enter the place. And then also, again, it's a safe, clean environment, and we just love having them there.
Oh, wow. Now, whenever seniors come, now tell me, are they afraid of those computers? How is that experience for them?
So, of course, it's a lot of leniency, but that's what we're there for. So, any questions or concerns or any hesitancy that there may be, we're there to help. So, we get a lot of positive feedback because there is some frustration with the computers and technology, but that's what we're there for.
Oh, wow. And so they're able to email their family members in another
Hmm.
state. You
Yeah.
show them how to get on. And do any of them do FaceTime? Like what did I say? With Zoom with family members? Is that option for them to be able to do that?
There is an option. You do have the ability to Zoom family members in distant areas. So yeah, we've had a few phone calls, make scrapbooks of family and or family oriented programs or anything of that sort that they would like to do. We make with them in their scrapbooks or their videos.
Now, what is your background?
So my background, as far as educational or
Education. Mhm.
okay, so I am currently pursuing my bachelor's in psychology. I will actually be done in December. And so I also work in mental health. I love giving back to the community. I love working with those in need and those to see, when they succeed. So that is a great, outcome for me to see that.
You know what? I love what you just said about mental health. I'm glad you brought that up
Mhm.
because with what happened in COVID, both students in school and seniors went through a transition
Yes.
of being lonely and depressed and trying to figure out what's next for them.
Hmm.
And so, whenever you see this in your environment and because of mental health, talk to us about the mental health and all the things that you can do to help students as well as seniors with mental health.
Yeah. So we saw a lot of anxiety during the pandemic, and a lot of other disorders that came about. However, we are here to try to show positive reinforcement or
Okay.
to support them in any way possible. So sometimes you don't even know that you have access to a counselor or showing them how to, get in touch with the suicide line or just things that they may not have known were available. We're just providing those resources to them.
Oh, so your organization also provide resources, say that you may see that parents may need outside of just bringing their children to there and the extra work, but you may see another need that they
Yeah.
may have, and you bring them in and try to help fulfill that, but provide resources. That is fantastic.
Yes.
I love the fact that um, whenever you think about mental health again, what are some of the things that in the community as well that the community should know about mental health?
Mental health is real.
Mhm.
It's not a figment of your imagination. It's something that people really deal with on a daily basis. And
Yeah.
having the compassion and understanding, it goes a long way. And if you don't understand, just have that compassion that they may be dealing with something that you're either unaware or don't understand.
Wow. So as we now through the working in the community again, and I have to talk about this so much about mental health because there's so many hurdles of denial,
Hmm.
but with people don't want to think about being depressed, but they are depressed, or
Yes.
they want to pass it off as something else, and then that leads to other health issues.
Hmm.
So as we continue working with different populations, and I love what you said about the students hanging up pictures, so when the seniors come in, that makes them feel
It does. Yes.
good. Mhm. And so whenever someone feel good, they start becoming a different person. They
Hmm.
start embracing warmth and love, and the fact that I'm going to come see what this little Johnny or little Elizabeth or little Sarah have created for us, or Tracy, Alice
Hmm.
have created for us. And so what you have is a blended nonprofit that you are having the seniors and the students interact in different ways,
Hmm.
maybe not there at the same time,
Hmm.
but I hear that you do stuff that both can benefit.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I like that. What would you want the audience to know about the importance of helping nonprofits, like donating, fundraising, volunteering? Give us some things that you believe that people, small businesses, everyday folks can do to help nonprofits.
So there are a number of things that can be done. There, you could do volunteering. You can come out and donate
Yeah.
monetarily.
We're having a little bit of trouble with the internet, and she should be back shortly. But with a nonprofit, as we're waiting for um, to correct the problem with technology, nonprofits really need volunteers. And when you talk about volunteers, we are not talking about giving hours and hours and hours of your time. Even if you volunteer 1 hour a month, that is a big impact in a program that you could come up with. Um, so we are looking at how do we do that and what that needs to look like. Oh, there Jasmine is back. Mhm.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. Mhm. We was talking about different ways people can volunteer, and I was saying to them, because of technology, things go up and down, and we understand that. But what I was saying is volunteering. You could just do 1 hour a month
Hmm.
as a
Yes.
volunteer, and that is a big impact because an hour into someone else's life is is just a game changer.
Yes.
Too often we think about volunteering and we got to give up all this time. When I said, you may say, you know what, I only can volunteer 4 times a year.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness. Or I only can volunteer once a month on Saturday from 10 to 11. And all I'm doing is checking people in and checking them out. And so I just wanted the audience to know volunteering, the importance of that. The other one is giving.
Hmm.
How, if I want to make a contribution to your organization, what is the best way to do that?
So, one, of course, you can give us a call. Again, it's 757-514-9967. You can also visit our website. You can donate directly or send money order or checks, to the mail, excuse me, through the mail. And again, it's 5017 George Washington Highway, Portsmouth, Virginia, 23702. Um, and there's just a number of ways that you can help us, because without that support, we can't continue to support our community.
And supporting the community is a lifeline. You know, I share with businesses, if you think about how much. I give you a good example. Little boys and men get their hair cut at the barber shop,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
They live in the community. Right? When we agree, everybody,
Hmm.
yes. They spend money at these businesses to provide them income so they can thrive. Of course, the businesses also provide them a service, which is cutting their hair. Wouldn't it be great that when you have a back to school drive, that some of these barbers would come in and say, you know what, free haircuts during this time for the students to go back to school. That's a
Yes.
way to give back.
Hmm. Yes.
Excuse me. What is other ways that you think that will help people to have them start thinking ways they can give back?
Just taking a second to see if you can offer a helping hand to someone that you may see in need, um, or even just again partnering with us and helping those that are reaching out for us for help with excuse me, through us.
Mhm. And you take donations all year round for back to school and for senior projects. Is that
That's
correct?
correct. Yes.
For arts and crafts all year round. Okay, I want
Yes.
everybody to know that it doesn't stop. School doesn't stop when they get out of summertime. They have
Hmm.
a summer program, this education program, and supplies are needed all year round.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Because sometimes we think it stops when the program stops. It does not
Hmm.
need. If you could leave the audience with three things that you would like to see us to do within the next, say, 3 months, what would they be as it relates to a nonprofit?
I apologize. Can you repeat that for me?
Like if it relates to a nonprofit,
Hmm.
can you give the audience three items you'd like for a nonprofit to do?
Three items that I would like for the nonprofit to
Or
do.
three suggestions that you can provide that you would like for the audience to do?
Okay. Volunteer,
Okay, that's one.
monetary donations.
Two.
If you could donate a variety of hygienic products or clothes or anything that's needed on a daily basis, that would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, we do have a question.
Mhm.
Do you take donation from out of state and out of the country?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Okay, good, good. The answer is yes. Okay, fantastic. Well, Jasmine, I want to thank you so very much for joining us today.
Mhm.
And taking out time from the busy kids. I know it's a time to get in this part in, as
Mhm.
well as the seniors. We'd like for you once more to give us your information. And if you want to leave us in a part and thoughts, we'd deep appreciate it because we definitely want to support your nonprofit, Kingdom Connection Community Development Center, and to get people out supporting nonprofits.
Yes, of course. And thank you for having me today.
Okay.
Again, it is Kingdom Connections Community Development Center located at 5017 George Washington Highway, Portsmouth, Virginia, 23702. The phone number is 757-514-9967. And anything that you can do, we greatly appreciate it in advance. So whatever you feel that is brought upon you, excuse me, just give us a call and we'll be more than happy to talk with you and see what the next steps are.
Thank you so very much, Jasmine. We deeply appreciate it. We're looking forward to supporting your organizations as well as supporting other nonprofits in other states and other countries because the need is so great. And
Yes.
so you can support this nonprofit in Virginia, but we also want to encourage you to look in your own community and
Hmm.
give them some time. It is not, there's nothing too small to give to a nonprofit, nothing too large to give to a nonprofit. Just call them and ask, how can I help? What is it that you need? And building these relationships strengthen the community so everyone can grow and thrive. We
Yes.
thank you again for another Tuesday for the Plan to Prosper show. And we're looking forward to coming back next Tuesday with our next guest. Have a fantastic day and enjoy your evening with your family.